Wow, we are back for the second day of building the greenhouse indoors. I think I mentioned it's going to be completely indoor from seed to harvest is my goal. I've tried to find YouTube videos about this, and there's not a lot out there, so I'm kind of experimenting as I go. But today I need to finish. I'm going to have double plastic around the entire greenhouse. So I need inside corners finished off. Again, I'm using up all this old lumber that I had outside. Just to keep my costs down, you know. So it'd be something like that. There's one. I'll use little cutoffs down here to finish that out. Do, 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 do. One more. The famous DeWalt jam. Okay. So I'm just struggling with what to call it. What to call this. It's a off-grid greenhouse that's not off-grid completely, but partly, and it's inside a heated building. I would love if you folks would leave a comment as to what I could call this. So, because there's going to be quite a few episodes of the whole process of actually planting something from seed through harvest, and it's all going to happen inside of that. So I don't know what to call it, because I'm hoping to use solar panels to a charging station that will power the lights. You can see outlets back there, but I'll have those were already there. And as I said in the other video, we heat the building to a minimum of 45 degrees during the winter. I want to try to get some heat into there so it will hold it and stay, I don't know, 70 degrees or something, so it's plenty comfortable, and so that things will grow and have enough grow lights. There's a whole bunch of challenges with this, but the biggest challenge is I don't know what to call it. It's a greenhouse inside that's partially off-grid. It should create some heat just from all the grow lights. Well, I'll talk about that later. Anyway, we're going to plasticize this whole thing today. We're going to close it in, plastic on the outside and on the inside, and then we'll get it tight and see what happens for starting to hold heat. We are now going to take and rip out a bunch of pieces for strapping to hold the plastic. Dan, the man, is going to help me. Are you willing to help me?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to do safety glasses. You want some?
Oh, sure.
You're kind of on the.
It spits my way.
Huh?
It spits my way. Take something.
Okay. You want the reds? Get the lasers. I'll set my mic back here. I'll probably forget that I even took it off, and I'll yak. Maybe yak.
That's the 55.7 litros cuadrados.
I wasn't expecting that. Huh. Really? That's part of it? And it's time for plastic. So we're going to plasticize all around the perimeter with a stapler just to hold it in place, and then we'll put the strapping on as Dan opens the package. What do you think? Do we want to...
Do it like that.
Did you find an end? That's an end?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
wow.
You want to do it like that, huh?
I do. I do, donkey. So I'm going to this is 12 feet, so I'll just double. Maybe I'll triple.
I'm only holding this.
Right. Ready? Letting go. Look at that. The first staple in the newer greenhouse. The first, actually 3 or 4 staples. We'll have to stay away from that light because it's rather hot. Wow. Closing it in. It'll be interesting. Even a heat from a light bulb, if the building's closed in, right? Doing things off-grid is really all about efficiency. That's a 200-watt bulb up there, and it's hot. I won't be using those in the greenhouse part.
So I thought if you go up there, I can move the left thing.
Okay.
Yep.
The garage door track is just barely touching right here. So what am I doing? Okay, I'll let me double that.
Yeah, double.
Quadra check.
This is sharp, so you know, don't
Yeah, or slice the plastic. Huh?
or hit your head.
I got to go up another step. I think we will close the garage door, which means we need to move the camera. This is only 1.5 mil plastic. I kind of didn't want to do that, but I also wanted to try to be able to see inside and outside. So it will have a tendency to tear more easily. I'll try to be really careful with that. Perfect! I was hoping to be able to go in here and take a nap. After all the plastic's up and the plants are growing and it's nice and green, lay down on my hammock and just sleep. But then my wife said, won't you want to be able to see into it? And I thought, no. And then she was right. It'll let what little natural light there is in.
So you're going to hide in there in that?
I was going to hide. I was going to hide and buy a hammock or build a hammock. Is it any warmer in there yet?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't plan on using this many staples, but probably a good idea. What think ye? Now what?
Something like.
I can just feel it getting warmer in there already.
How do you mean?
Are you getting hot? I've still not done this. How much is that? What if we put that right there? Oh,
Be too hard.
that felt sharp. I may have to make another cut. I'm gonna throw that or give it to you, one or the other. or both. Notice how I left extra this time. Oh, you gave it back to me.
You might need it, so I can't leave it. Okay, for now. Not forever.
Now and forever. Can you see me sticking my tongue out? At what point do I want to... I don't think I want to staple that yet.
Work around stuff.
Yeah. You know, I wish I brought an 8-foot step ladder. And did you grab the knife?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Yeah.
For now.
Well, what if maybe if we let all that plastic come down now to its natural hiding spot? At the greenhouse. So we're going to cut this little bit. All right. I'm going to notch this plastic. Oh, I need a knife. I could get my own. That is pretty.
You want me to strap it on the side? For me to place them?
Strap it
Is strapping for that?
to go across here. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what the size is yet. So I'm going to cut it right there. I'm going to just be bold. Just going to do it.
Yeah.
Glad I'm doing this part right now because this is like the hard part. For old things that don't want to bend as easily.
You got it on camera?
Huh?
One camera on you?
Oh yeah, is it even on?
Should you on? Oh, yeah, it's on. Okay, all right. There we go.
Oh. So we're strapping every single piece of wood inside and out. Probably gonna have to rip some more. I'm saying. Oh, that is nice. Oh no! Ah! I put a hole through the plastic already. Ah. It's been my nightmare, worst ever thing was. So, tape.
You're back.
Can it? Oh, where are you going?
Right here.
Oh, we have that tape, right? This stuff will puncture or tear so easily. Have to treat it with kid gloves. So the plastic job will be perfect except for one place.
End off, don't lose it. Oh, you lost.
That piece.
I just want to keep it with you.
Huh?
I just want to keep it with you.
See how well this sticks.
So this is the whole thing in tape. Get rid of that tape you didn't like.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. I think we probably should start over there. All right. Totally safe. Let's go down to the other end and secure that end. Let's see how this goes. I think we'll go all the way up These 8-footers aren't long enough to reach the full length. So it'll be a lot easier to do the pieces down on the bottom.
You back on.
You may not realize it, but there's no way in now. Or well, hardly, not very good, just a little bit. Oh boy.
Hey, how are you?
Oh boy, camera off. So we close, this will close up the last gap. It'll be tight. I put a thermometer in there. We'll see if, just with nothing added, there are 2 lights in there. They're 100 watters. I don't know. See if it, are you clicking something over there?
I was fixing it. Wasn't quitting.
I really want it to be tight because I want it to hold all the heat it can, and we still have to come up with a ventilation system, which seems redundant almost. You build something airtight and then you put something to let the air out. Thanks for the comment on the first video about watching out for the DEA. Probably a I'm pretty sure I'd pass all right. I wouldn't mind if I could heat it with a light bulb. It'd burn up all my oxygen, kill my plants. I can't wait to use that joke where about wet my plants. That sounds funny.
Wet your plants?
It made me wet my plants. Seems like all the greenhouse people say that.
I hadn't heard it.
Oh, you never heard it?
Guess I'm not greenhouse.
I guess you just have regular big gardens,
Whatever.
flourishing. Lots of kale. You don't like kale. Is that on?
Yeah.
You shutting it off?
No, I turned it.
You turning me off?
So it's getting,
So the temperature in here was 61 degrees, I think. I will be curious to see that. I'm about out of screws. You good there, huh? What?
oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, crumble bum. So we're screwing off the strapping, and I've only got 2 or 3 screws left. Completely sealed the greenhouse, and the screws are in there.
Oh, it's cut the hole right here.
Yeah. Oh, I really wanted to keep that. That's secured, isn't it?
You have the one screws? There's one.
Oh, I might be able.
Oh, you got it.
Wow.
Slide this way. Slide me over here. Good. Hey.
Wow. Oh, that was close. I could have just cut out the door opening, but I'm not really ready to do that yet. I wasn't emotionally prepared to do that. Well, we have the entire outside closed in. Dan's going to cut out, we're going to leave that strip in there so that we can attach a door somehow and make it even tighter. I'm curious to see, I bet the thermometer didn't go up any inside, unless it's cooled off in here, out here. We'll check that out.
Wait for it.
Wow.
Be careful.
Is that cutting anything?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go in and see what that thermometer says. It's had 200-watt bulbs on in there. I doubt it did anything, but it's fun to dream. Isn't it fun to dream?
Oh, so fun. Go in.
All right. What is it? Is it hot?
Oh, 61 3/4.
Woof. It actually is up maybe you can't really read that very well. Maybe half a degree from where it was. maybe a whole degree. It was just over 60. Wow. So this is the room. That's the door. Once we double plastic this, it'll hold even more heat. We are done for the day. So it took us about 4 hours to put the plastic both sides and strap everything that is wood so that the plastic won't loosen up or blow around. It shouldn't be any wind in here anyway, but it's nice and tight. And so we as we've thought about it, there's some issues that we have to deal with, like ventilation and air circulation and all that. So we'll be working on that. And I need to finish that door. I'd be glad to hear any input on what you think it should be for a door. We left this plastic intact so that when the door is attached, it'll be tight on this side, and then something that will close against that so it's nice and tight so we don't lose much heat. Let's take a peek inside. Oh, steady, steady. Okay, I am not very steady with the camera. You can see it goes all the way up there. We've got strapping all the way around. Nice and tight. Go take a peek inside. We'll be able to see out pretty easily. As I've been joking about my hammock being up here, that would have been fun just to be in. I think it's going to be so nice when there are plants in here. There's OSB, plastic over the OSB, double layer up above it of plastic. We have this L. I think we're going to have a lot of room for plants. 10-foot ceiling. Over on this side, I want to cut in a vent for the furnace to get hot air somewhat blowing in here. I think that'll be sharp. And then maybe on that end, a flap down at the bottom so that air can filter through. I'd appreciate any input you have on that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I already have I'm stumbling over the words. Already started some plants. So I'm going to, the next video, I'll show you some of that to see some of the tricks I've learned as a, if you don't have a green thumb, I don't know what it would be. I do not have a green thumb, but I want to learn how to do it because I think it's a great idea. All right. See you later. Thanks.